The desert kept its deepest secret. A city slept soundly under the sand. For 2,000 long years, it waited. No one knew it was there. The wind whispered ancient tales over its grave, a whisper of a lost people, a lost culture. They were clearly brilliant, and then they simply vanished from history. What could have happened to them? Endless sands stretched to the horizon. The sun blazes with an unforgiving light. Then a discovery that changes everything. A city, hidden, forgotten. It speaks of a past we never knew, a past far more complex than we believe. The journey to find this place was not easy. It was born from whispers, from fragmented legends, from ancient half-forgotten maps. A dedicated team of archaeologists took up the quest. They were brave souls. They believed something was out there, something extraordinary, waiting to be found by those who dared to look. They were driven by more than just academic curiosity. There was a deeper pull, a sense that history as we know it is incomplete. They studied old texts, they analyzed satellite images, they listened to the stories of desert nomads. The clues were faint, but the team persisted in their efforts. The expedition was meticulously planned. The desert is a jealous guardian. It holds its secrets close, buried beneath layers of time and sand. It does not give up its secrets easily. Each grain of sand is a barrier, a challenge to be overcome. The archaeological team learned this truth. They faced the desert's trials with determination and grit. They learned it the hard way. Each day brought new challenges, testing their resolve. Every day was a battle against the unyielding sun and the relentless heat. A battle against the elements, a battle against time. The sun beat down relentlessly, sapping their strength. The sun beat down relentlessly. It sapped their strength. It tested their endurance beyond all limits. It tested their endurance beyond all limits. The heat was a physical weight pressing down on them. The heat was a physical weight. Digging in the desert is grueling work. The sand is fine. It gets into everything. It clogs machinery. Digging in the desert is grueling work. The sand is fine, it gets into everything, it clogs machinery, it irritates eyes and lungs, it irritates eyes and lungs. The wind is a constant companion, sometimes a gentle breeze, sometimes a raging tempest. The wind is a constant companion, sometimes it is a gentle breeze offering a momentary respite, sometimes it is a gentle breeze, sometimes it is a raging tempest. It shifts the dunes, erasing their progress. Sometimes it is a raging tempest, it shifts the dunes, it reclaims what has been painstakingly cleared. It reclaims what has been painstakingly cleared. It feels like the desert itself resists them, fighting back against their efforts. It feels like the desert itself resists them. There were moments of despair when the weight of the task seemed too great. There were moments of despair. False leads that led to nothing. Days of back-breaking labor yielding only more sand. False leads that led to nothing. Days of back-breaking labor yielding only more sand. Yet they pressed on, driven by the hope of discovery. Days of back-breaking labor yielding only more sand. Yet they pressed on, driven by the hope of discovery. The agony of discovery is a testament to their perseverance. The first structure to emerge was a wall, a massive wall built from enormous, precisely cut stones. It rose from the sand like a forgotten sentinel. It spoke of power. It spoke of protection. It spoke of a community that needed strong defenses. This was no mere settlement. This was clearly a city, a significant urban center. The scale was breathtaking to behold. As more sand was cleared, the city began to reveal itself. Streets appeared, wide avenues paved with stone slabs. They were worn smooth by ancient feet. The city was not just empty shells of buildings, it was a living, breathing entity, bustling with life and activity. The remnants of its structures tell a story of a civilization that once thrived in the harsh desert environment. Inside these structures, life was preserved. The walls, though weathered by time, still held the echoes of conversations, the laughter of children, and the daily routines of its inhabitants. Each room, each corner was a snapshot of a moment in time, preserved in the objects people left behind. These artifacts were more than just items. They were pieces of a larger puzzle, each one offering a glimpse into the lives of those who once called this place home. The archaeologists began to unearth a treasure trove of artifacts. With each dig, they uncovered more clues, more pieces of the story. It was a painstaking process, but each discovery brought them closer to understanding the people who lived here. Each one was a whisper from the past, a tangible link to the people who lived here. These artifacts were not just objects, they were storytellers, each one with a tale to tell. These were not treasures of gold and jewels initially, they were the everyday items that people used in their daily lives. Simple, yet invaluable in the stories they told. They were the items of daily life. But they spoke volumes. Each item, no matter how mundane, held a piece of the past, a fragment of a life lived long ago. They found pottery in abundance, beautifully crafted pottery. Each piece was a work of art, a testament to the skill and creativity of its maker. Some was simple, utilitarian, for cooking and storage. These pieces were functional, designed to serve a purpose in the daily lives of the people. Other pieces were intricately decorated, painted with strange symbols, with geometric patterns, with depictions of animals and mythical beasts. The style was unique. Each design told a story, a narrative of the culture and beliefs of the people. It hinted at a rich artistic tradition, a tradition lost to the world for 2 millennia. This artistry was a window into the soul of the civilization, revealing their values, their aesthetics, and their connection to the world around them. Each shard was a clue. Tools were also discovered. Tools made of stone, tools made of metal, bronze and iron implements, chisels for stoneworking, plows for farming, needles for sewing. These tools were the backbone of the civilization, enabling them to build, to farm, to create. Weapons for hunting or for war. These weapons spoke of a society that had to defend itself, that had to hunt for survival. They were a reminder of the harsh realities of life in the ancient world. The architecture of this desert city was astounding. It was more than just functional. It seemed to embody a deep understanding, an understanding of mathematics, of geometry, of perhaps even astronomy. The main public buildings were aligned with precision, aligned to cardinal directions, or perhaps to significant celestial events, solstices, equinoxes. This was not accidental, this was deliberate. Consider the grand temple at the city's center. Its proportions were perfect. Its stones were massive. Some weighed many tons. The artifacts and buildings paint a vivid picture, a picture of daily life in this desert metropolis. The city was clearly a hub of activity. Markets bustled with traders. Craftsmen honed their skills in workshops. Children played in the narrow, winding streets. Priests performed rituals in the grand temples. It was a complex society, a society with structure, with order, with purpose. The houses varied in size. Some were modest dwellings for ordinary families, others were larger, more elaborate, suggesting a hierarchy. Perhaps nobles or wealthy merchants. Inside they found hearths for cooking, storage jars for grain and oil, grinding stones for flour, the remnants of meals, fish bones. This discovery is not just collecting dust in a museum. It is sending shockwaves through the world of archaeology, through the world of history. It is forcing a re-evaluation, a fundamental rethinking of our ancient past. The existence of such an advanced city 2,000 years ago, in such a remote desert location, it simply does not fit neatly. It does not fit into the established narrative. For too long, we have underestimated ancient peoples. We have labeled them as primitive, as less developed. The unearthing of this desert city is a triumph that echoes through the annals of history, resonating with the spirit of discovery and the relentless pursuit of knowledge, a triumph of human curiosity, a triumph of perseverance. It is a testament to our unyielding desire to understand the past, to piece together the fragments of a forgotten world. But it is not the end of the story. In fact, it is merely a chapter in a much larger narrative, one that spans millennia and transcends generations. It is in many ways just the beginning of a journey into the depths of time where every discovery leads to new questions and every answer opens up new mysteries. For every answer found, new questions arise, deeper questions, more profound questions, questions that challenge our understanding and push the boundaries of our knowledge. The city holds its ultimate secrets close, it guards them jealously. The sands of time have buried its stories, but they are not lost, they are waiting to be uncovered. As it has done for millennia, the greatest mystery remains, a mystery that beckons to us, inviting us to delve deeper, to seek the truth hidden beneath the sands. Why was this magnificent city abandoned? What could have driven its people to leave behind their homes, their lives, their legacy? What happened to its people? Where did they go? Did they leave willingly, or were they forced to flee? Was it a catastrophic drought, a devastating earthquake, a deadly plague, or was it invasion, internal conflict? The possibilities are as vast as the desert itself. Did they foresee their doom? Did they see the signs and try to warn future generations? Did they leave clues for us to find? Clues that could unlock the secrets of their fate and reveal the truth of their existence? The evidence so far is inconclusive. The theories are many. Each artifact, each inscription adds a piece to the puzzle, but the picture remains incomplete. The truth is still elusive, waiting to be uncovered. And so the quest continues. A quest that will take us deeper into the heart of the desert and perhaps closer to the answers we seek.